So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get more branded searches through to your website. Now, this is one reason as to why I see websites being impacted by core algorithm updates. So if you've lost traffic, or if potentially you are setting up a brand new website and you want to get a strong foundation of setting up a branded search correctly, this is the video for you. I'm going to be going over a lot of different ways to actually get a lot of branded search through to your website. There's a few different ways, and stick around till the later section of this video because there is one super smart way of getting a lot of branded searches very, very quickly as well. But let's actually take a look at my name. So for example, if we just search Kazradash on Ahrefs, you will see that there are a lot of terms. So like, why is Kazradash the best affiliate in the world? Why is Kazradash the best SEO consultant for affiliates? Why did Kazradash win the affiliate worlds in Dubai? 40 searches, Kazradash SEO. And as you can see, global searches, we're getting 200. Now, it's not a major amount, it's not crazy amounts, but at least we're getting people searching my name. Now, the reason how I've been able to achieve this for myself is because I've actually got the YouTube channel. So at the end of the video, I'll always say something along the lines of, hey, if you want to hire me for a consultancy, or if you want a growth strategy call for your website, check out kazradash.com. That's one way of doing it. So I'm getting more eyeballs on my YouTube, and then let's say if I get, 30,000 views in a month, if even 2% of those people end up searching, who is this Kazradash guy or Kazradash, that's actually helping my brand rank. So
one common issue that all website owners and business owners have is that they don't know what they need when it comes to SEO. This is why I've created the Traffic Accelerator system. The Traffic Accelerator system tells you exactly how many backlinks your website is missing, how many articles you need to publish on your website to gain topical authority, and also what internal link anchors you should be using on your website. You see, I've spoken to tons of business owners over the years, and one commonality that they all have is that they think they need to spend a lot of money to get SEO to work. In reality, that's not the case. The Traffic Accelerator system is actually designed to reduce your cost by taking guesswork out of SEO. If you want the Traffic Accelerator system for your website and you want to rank higher on Google, click the link down below. It's only $195 to get the audit for your website. Now back to the video.
That's one way of doing it. Obviously, you can do TikToks, very similar strategy. I've got my Instagram profile actually has a link to my website as well. So I'm getting referral traffic from all sorts of the internet. Another way that you can also do this, which I will go into in detail, is with your images, and I'll explain as to how I do it. But if we actually take a look at my actual keyword, so for example, if I just search up Kazradash, right, you will very quickly see that I've actually got, weirdly, my YouTube channel ranks higher than my actual website. It sometimes swaps around. Like literally 2 seconds ago, this was actually higher, but then we've got my website. So this is just my website. Then we've got my Twitter, and then we've got the actual carousel. So this is all the videos that I've recently been doing. Now this can also pull in from your Twitter as well, but I've just not been that active on Twitter. So one thing that I should definitely be doing is being more active on Twitter. I've also recently been pretty active on LinkedIn. I think I had maybe 120,000 impressions, I think, on Twitter last month. So that has also helped. So people will see me on Twitter, or people will see me on YouTube, or people will see me on LinkedIn. They'll be like, who is this guy? I'm gonna search up his name, learn a little bit more about him. They'll be greeted by my website, and then they'll be like, right, okay, I know exactly what he does. And then I've obviously got like the Sun mentioned me. I've been speaking at conferences. Conferences is very, very useful as well, because when you're actually up on stage, in some cases people don't know you at the conference, and they'll very quickly search up who is Kazradash or what does he do. Like this is actually people also ask questions. So who is Kazradash? So it clearly shows you that people are actually searching who is Kazradash. Now, I do understand that some of you guys might not be able to actually speak at conferences and do videos and do all sorts of stuff that I'm doing, right? But one thing to bear in mind as well is that I do actually have a lot of links pointing through to me as well. So I've got, like, for example, The Sun, Manchester Evening News, IFA magazine, Recent Advisor. Actually, I don't think that one's talking about me. Your Harlow's the best SEO experts to follow on LinkedIn 2025. If I actually search that up, yeah, I'm actually there. So I've got all of these actual kind of like ecosystems talking about me. So I've got links talking about me. I've got my LinkedIn. Obviously, I'm doing daily posts on LinkedIn. I'm doing tweets on Twitter. I'm doing daily videos on YouTube. So all of that is actually feeding into my branded searches, right? Now, this is a very, very time-consuming art. Some of you guys might not have the time to do this, right? So obviously, this is what I would recommend doing if you guys have the time. If you don't, hire somebody, like it's 2025 or 2024, sorry. You should be able to hire like a marketing person to just be active on socials, thinking of engaging infographics, thinking of engaging tweets to then try to trigger people into searching your brand name. Another thing to also bear in mind as well is, like, for example, if we do Farr and Co, this is a law firm in London, right? What you can also do as well is obviously ignore their Wikipedia page, because some of you guys, you might not be able to have a Wikipedia page, but one thing you can definitely do is if you're a local business, is getting listed on directory sites. Like, for example, thelawyer.com. This is a fairly big directory website, and they actually have a profile on there. Now, you can get profiles on, for example, Yellow Pages, Yelp, stuff like that, because you need to remember that Yellow Pages, Yelp, trying to think, thelawyer.com, right? Although these are directories, these are also another form of search engines. So, for example, if I search like thelawyers.com, or actually, do you know what? I'll just search best lawyers London, right? As you can see, this is like a law firm directory, but you can also kind of refer to this as almost being like a search engine, because if you think of the user journey of somebody that's landing on a directory site, right, is they're going to see, for example, David Abbott, right, and then the next thing that they're going to actually do is they're going to search up the actual firm that he's actually working for. So his firm is called DWF Group, and DWF Group is a legal business headquarters. So just by this law firm, or just by David Abbott being listed on this directory, it's actually resulted in him getting one branded search. I've just done a branded search for these guys, right? So that's one way of getting branded searches, getting listed on directories, getting listed on roundup articles. So, like, for example, if we go back to the best SEOs to follow on LinkedIn 2025, I think it was 2025, right? Sorry, best SEOs to follow, right? So if we take a look at this, right, like, this might only get maybe, I don't know, 120 searches throughout the year. That's maybe 10 searches, right? But then if you think of the actual maths of people actually searching these names and being like, all right, yeah, I'm going to actually follow Kadradash, or I'm going to see what Kadradash is about. I've heard of Craig Campbell, I've heard of James Dooley, I've heard of Charles Ferry, but I've not heard of this Kadradash guy. That will actually indirectly trigger a branded search through to my website, and that indirectly improves my actual SEO. So that's another way of actually doing it. Now, the last way, and this is by far the easiest way of getting branded searches, and it's something that that I feel like a lot more people will actually be engaging in, is actually sponsoring Instagram profiles. So if we take a look here, right, obviously it's completely irrelevant to the actual industry, but this Instagram profile is called All Things Dogs and Cats. If you guys want to look at these guys, right? Now, if we click on one of these dog or cat videos, right? So, for example, this one's had 4,920 likes. What you'll see here is, obviously, you'll see a funny, cute cat video, but you will also see Rainbet Casino and Sports, right? And it says right at the bottom, I don't know if I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? I don't think this is actually zooming in at all. But in very small text underneath, it says this is an hashtag ad, right? So I decided I'm going to check this casino out, right? So first of all, it's a crypto casino. Very, very hard to rank, especially if any of you guys are in IGV space, you'll know casinos that only offer crypto, very, very lucrative, and they will do some serious black hat tactics that I won't get into in this video. But if we actually take a look here, right, if we take a look at the keywords that they're ranking for, because that's what we want to see, right? If we take a look, Rainbet, that gets 1,593 traffic, so it's getting 4,400 search volume just for that. Rain Space Bet gets 100, Rainbet promo code gets 90. One thing that I will actually do is if I do rain as the keyword, I want to see how much entire branded traffic these guys are getting. So they are getting rain partial match. There we go. So there we go. Now we're looking at the full picture. So obviously some of these aren't related, but I would say that they're probably Rainbet promo code. That's actually probably about it. But they're actually getting 4.4 thousand direct hits through to their brand just by sponsoring some actual Instagram profiles. I'm sure that they're probably sponsoring a few of these profiles, but if you think of the actual logistics and if you think of the actual business behind this, right? So Instagram profiles, they literally make close to zero. It's very, very, very cheap to actually get in touch with some of these Instagram profiles and say like, hey, I want to sponsor all your videos and I'll pay you, let's say £500 a month or £1,000 a month or whatever the case may be, right? But if you think of it, it's very, very cheap way of actually getting a lot of eyeballs on your brand very, very quickly. Like if you were to do the maths, if you were to run ads, like for example, this brand's a write-off because you can't actually advertise crypto or casino on Facebook, or if you can, it's very, very, very hard. But let's say, for example, if they were able to get 4,500 searches through to their website, bearing in mind that this is on the low spectrum, this is probably closer to like 5,000 or 6,000, right? But let's just calculate it on 4,000. If they were to run that on Facebook ads, or if they were to do like Pinterest marketing or something along those lines, right? It's going to be super expensive. I think it would probably cost them like maybe to get 5,000 eyeballs and 5,000 actual searches through to your brand. You're probably looking at like £5,000 or £6,000 pound to actually get that onto your actual brand. So just bear that in mind when you are actually looking to get more branded searches. This is a very, very good tactic that they are actually doing. And obviously you get to see a lot of cute cat videos as well. So try and hit up some Instagram profiles, because I'm telling you, this stuff works. It future-proofs your website. One thing that I would probably focus on as well, that they probably have a spray gun approach, right? But what I would be doing to improve upon this strategy is think or look at actual Instagram profiles or Twitter profiles or Pinterest profiles that are actually a little bit relevant to what you're trying to do. Like these guys have just kind of went like machine gun approach, and they're just sponsoring a cat video, like cat videos. But if, say for example, they were to find a Instagram profile that is talking about, let's say, gambling or making money online or something along those lines, right? They're probably going to actually have a lot more signups, because if you think of it, right, let's say if it's 5,000 people searching their brand, not all 5,000 people will actually sign up to gamble. Like a lot of people might actually end up just checking out to see what is Rainbet, because right now it's literally on the bottom of every single video that they actually have. So yeah, I feel like you could definitely be a little bit more smarter with this play, but it's definitely something that I'm actually interested in doing myself now that I am actually looking at it. So that's one thing that I would definitely look to do. One last strategy that I'll also show you guys as well is you can also watermark your actual content that you upload, right? So if I actually take a look here, if we take a look at some of these images, let's see if there's any that I have watermarked. Well, actually, this is a good example of IMG courses. So I actually done a course on IMG, and as you can see, IMG courses, they watermark their actual images. Let's see if I actually have one. FatRank as well, they do a really good job. So fatrank.com, as you can see, that's enticing people to, they might see the image and they might want to learn a little bit more, and they're going to just search fatrank.com. They've also got it at the background behind me. Sackett is another good one as well. SEO Wisdom podcast. I actually think I saw a picture of him earlier. Yeah, there we go. Right, so SEO Wisdom podcast, that's actually the brand of his podcast name. And again, if somebody was to just see this image, they'd be inclined to actually search and be like, who is this? What is this podcast about? So that's definitely another way of actually getting more branded searches through to your website. I'm actually doing it right now. So this is one of my current examples. So Kaz Radash, consultant SEO podcaster. And obviously I just want people to search Kaz Radash. So that has been how to get more searches through to your website. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. And as always, if you guys do want a growth strategy call for your website, make certain to check out kazradash.com and fill in the contact form. Thanks.